So as we sit in Virasana to start our practice this evening, just become aware of your natural breath. And then once you're in tune with your own natural breath rhythm, start to breathe as if you're breathing up and down your spine. We've been working with the chakras, so we're going to take you on a journey through the chakras. So just breathe as if you're breathing from the very base of your spine on your inhale all the way up through the crown of your head. Pause briefly, and then exhale from the crown of your head all the way back down through the base of your spine. And continue that smooth, steady breath up and down your spinal column. So again, we're journeying through the chakras. We started the very first of the year. And I'm going to give you a little review of the chakras and then focus on which one we are on tonight, the sixth chakra. So at the very base of our spine is the root chakra, and that one is about being grounded and steady in your life. And then we moved up to the sacral chakra, and that one says, now go with the flow of life. Feel your feelings as energy in motion. And then we moved up to the solar plexus Manipura third chakra, which is about really stepping into your own individuation, your own personal power, and claiming your own gifts in this life. And then we moved up to our heart chakra, which is about our ability to both give and receive love in our life. Then we moved up to the throat chakra. The throat chakra says, okay, now speak your truth kindly, communicate your feelings clearly, and be creative in your life. And now we're moving into what's known as the Ajna chakra, known as the third eye chakra. So as you continue to breathe up and down your spine, see if you can just take your eye gaze with your eyes closed, right in between your eyebrows and a little bit up. It's kind of towards the center of your forehead. And the Ajna chakra is related to your ability to see clearly and cultivate your intuition, cultivate insight, and just cultivate an ability of perception in a way, and clear seeing. The element that this is associated with is light. So it's to expand your own inner light and your own inner awareness of how you show up in your life, what patterns you might have that need to be dealt with and recognized in order to shift and be transformed. So as you continue to breathe, I'll tell you a really quick story. Well, yesterday, we all know, was the Super Bowl. And even if you're not a Tom Brady fan, you have to honor someone who has, in a way, really cultivated his gifts, his skills, and is very encouraging to his teammates as well. And part of this Ajna chakra is visualization, so seeing yourself winning. And his teammates would say that Tom was texting, we will win, we will win. And so in a way, that visualization helped along the way as long as the whole team came together with that. So that's just one example. So for you in this practice of yoga tonight, get really clear about your ability to perceive or intuit, just even how your body feels in this moment. It's like you're able to have an eagle-eye vision on your life and look back at your patterns and hopefully develop some wisdom along the way so you don't repeat patterns that really aren't serving you. But rather you step into the fullness, the wholeness of who you are meant to be. So just take 3 more deep breaths here. And then releasing your breathing practice. Bring your hands together at your heart. And to this intention of just opening up our ability to clear seeing, to opening up our intuition, our visualization, just exploring this Ajna chakra. So to that sankalpa, that intention for this practice, we will seal it with one Om. You can listen or join in, whatever you are comfortable with. So inhale deeply. To clear seeing, we bow. And then releasing that, we're going to come up on our knees, going to kind of play with a little different way to warm up. So last week we were playing with our head and neck integration. So we're going to start that way, but keep our elbows wide. And I'm just interlacing my hands behind the back of my head above my neck. And then I'm going to push my throat back and lengthen all the way up through the neck. And then just inhale, look up here. And then on an exhale, bow toward your knees, but then take your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, switch sides. Go slowly. Inhale up. Exhale over to one side. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. One more time each side. And then releasing that, sit back in Virasana. And this time, see if you can curl your toes under behind you. And it might not feel too great, but do your best to just sit on your toes for a moment. Just close your eyes. Just take 3 deep breaths here. Now from here, we're going to bring our arms down at our sides first and bow our head towards the ground. Take a few more deep breaths here. And by the way, if you want to lift up and get that block out from underneath you, you can. Or you can keep it there. What feels okay in your body? And then on your next inhale, you're going to lift up. Bring your right hand to your hip. Reach your left arm up and inhale here. And on an exhale, bring it across and then take the other arm out to the side. So it's like a little bit of a twist pose here, gently. And then inhale, reach back up. Exhale, twist over into that same side. You can either keep your other hand on your hip or lift it up. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. It's similar to a thread your needle. 1 more time. And this time we're going to stay a little bit longer. So just over to the side. The other arm up or on your hip. Head down or not. Now breathe, long breaths. And then inhale, lift back up. And exhale, fold all the way down again, bringing your hands behind you, bow your head down. And pause and take 3 deep breaths. And throughout this practice, see if you can breathe up and down your spine. It's like opening all the energy centers of your body. And then on your next inhale, we're going to switch sides. So bring your left hand to your hip, right arm up. Inhale here. Exhale. Almost like a thread your needle. Take your other arm up. Get my book out of the way. Keep going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle. 2 more times. And on this one, we're going to hold it. So hold it. Again, you could just have your right hand on your hip, head towards the ground, or you can use that block for your head. It can be very helpful. Long breaths. And then inhale, lift back up, both arms up this time, reach up. And exhale, fold forward again, all the way back, hands down behind you if you can. And then inhale, reach both arms up. One last series on our knees here. Exhale, come to tabletop position. So come to tabletop position. Then inhale, look up, arch your spine. Exhale, round into cat. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, reach your arms back up again. And exhale, fold forward again. And breathe up and down your spine. Two more rounds like that. Inhale, reach your arms straight up. Exhale, come to tabletop. Inhale, cow and cat. Exhale, cat. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. And then inhale, reach up with your hands. And exhale, fold forward again for a few breaths. And last round, inhale, reach up. Exhale, tabletop. Few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. 1 more time. Arching and rounding spine. And then reach up again. And stretch back and bow. And breathe. Few deep breaths. And then from here, I'm going to come over more towards the front of my mat, so sideways, so you'll be able to see me better. And we're going to go into puppy pose first. And do a little bit of inhale here. Exhale, puppy pose. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Exhale, downward dog pose. So another little flow. Inhale, come back to your knees. Look up, arch your spine. Exhale, round your spine towards puppy. Inhale, look up again. And exhale, go back to downward dog. Just 2 more rounds of that. Inhale, back to your knees. Look up, arching spine. Exhale, round a little bit as you stretch towards puppy. Inhale, come back, look up, arch. Exhale, downward dog. 1 more round like that. Inhale, back to your knees, look up, arch. Exhale, back to puppy. Inhale, back to arching. And exhale to downward dog. In downward dog, stay here and just lift your heels up and down. Inhale, then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. 3 more times. And then just pedal your feet a few times. And then slowly walk your feet forward to your very first forward fold. And bow. And then inhale, stand tall, circle your arms all the way up. And bring your hands back to your heart. And let's just tuck my yoga shirt in. Okay, so from the front of your mat, where the short end of your mat is, palms together your heart. Take your thumbs right where that third eye is. I have to move my camera. Glad I looked over there. So bring your thumbs right by your third eye. That's above the middle of your eyebrows to that center. And then inhale, look up, and exhale. Just bring your hands all the way through to your heart and all the way back down and down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. And then bring your hands back up through the third eye, reach up, and then come right back. 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, prayer hands come all the way back up through and all the way up towards the sky. Bring your hands back to your third eye. 2 more rounds. Last one. And then with your thumbs right by your third eye, just hold that for a couple of breaths. And then inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, come back through one last time here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Step your right leg all the way back. Bend your right knee down to the ground. Bring your hands up where we had them before, right? A little bit above the middle of the eyebrows. We call this the third eye. Inhale here. Exhale, open your arms up, look up. Inhale, thumbs in that same place. Exhale. 2 more times. And then hold. Your arms can be wider, elbows bent or up, whatever you like with your arms. Relax your shoulders a little bit. And if it's okay, soften your eye gaze. Just look upward towards that third eye. Long, deep breaths. And then releasing this. When I release this, you're gonna have an option. Just put your hands down on the inside of your left foot, or reach your left hand behind the back of your left foot. Or again, they can stay right here. Just come on the pinky toe side of your left foot. Lift your right leg up. And hold this. So widen your inner thighs, draw your outer left hip crease down. Keep your right thigh pressing up as much as you can in this position. Right heel pressing back. Just keep looking forward without your head hanging down or up too much. Long, deep breaths. And then releasing your right knee down, bringing your left knee behind you. You're gonna have a choice, downward dog or puppy pose. So if you go to downward dog, then just shift out to plank pose. And you can do this for puppy too. Then go back to downward dog. Inhale out to plank pose. 2 more times. Back to downward dog. 1 more time. And then hold downward dog. And be mindful that you're not hanging your head down, but right in between your inner elbows. Light bend in your knees. If you've got super tight hamstrings, bend them more. Long, deep breaths. Then you have a choice. Either come down to your knees, lift up, step your right leg forward, or lift your right leg up and step it forward. Your choice. I did the knee variation. And then I'm going to bend the left knee down if you haven't and bring my hands back to that third eye in prayer position with my thumbs there. Then I'm going to inhale, reach up, exhale, hands at third eye. Inhale, reach up, exhale. A couple more times. And then open your arms up, any arm position you like. Relax your shoulders, breathe. See if you can take your eye gaze to that third eye. That's where your sense of intuition, perception lies. Now releasing that, again, you can either put your hands down on the inside of your right foot, or you can take your right hand behind your right leg and walk your right foot over a little bit. It's called lizard pose, and come on the pinky toe side of your right foot. Keep your foot active by pulling your toes back. You can stay on your knee if you need to, or your left knee, or lift it up. Keep pushing your left thigh up. Wrap your outer right hip under, stretch. The purpose of your hand behind it is to push your calf forward a little bit with your right hand, right calf. And then slowly releasing that, come back and around. You're going to lift that back leg up in a lunge and step it forward to meet your front foot and down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Bring your hands in prayer all the way up and through. Reach up. Bring your thumbs back into that third eye, Ajna chakra. Open to your light within, connected to the bigger light of the universe. And then inhale, reach up again. Exhale, flow through. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Step your left leg back into a warrior one position. Take your time to set up. Depends on your hips. So maybe you're able to have your feet on opposite railroad tracks and you're turning your back foot halfway forward. And then once you're here, yes, go back to our prayer hands, thumbs on the Ajna chakra. And inhale, reach up, bend your knee. Exhale, stretch your legs straighter. Inhale. And exhale, a couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And then lift up, front knee bent. Any arm position you like. Hold for several breaths. Every in-breath, lovingly drawing inward. Every out-breath from the core, pushing down through your legs as you stretch up. Inhale here, Exhale, fold over your front knee. Called Flying Warrior One. 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And then from here, interlace your hands or fold. Grab your wrist or hold the strap. Either way, that's good for you. Bend your front knee. You may be able to bring your head down. Sometimes I use a block and play with that. Sometimes I say, nah. Just don't push your head too much into the block if you're using a block. Humble warrior here. Slowly releasing that. I'm going to put, you can use the blocks here too. You can have your blocks on either side of your front foot and step your back foot several inches forward. Called pyramid or Parsvottanasana. Your feet are on opposite railroad tracks. And your back foot is almost all the way forward and you're able to get your back heel down, but still scooch that foot back where you can do that. You can either keep your hands on your blocks or take your hands off to the side and bow your head down towards your knee. And breathe. Scissor your legs towards each other. Keep turning your left inner thigh in and pull your right outer hip back. And bow. Okay, from here, it's going to be interesting. So if you want to use blocks, I'm going to give you that option. Just lift off and pick up that back foot, make it super active. Or go all the way to Warrior 3 pose. Oh, I'm so happy I have my wall here. Woo, and release. Reach tall with your arms, stand tall, and bring your hands back through, resting at your third eye again. And just take 3 breaths. And then inhale, take your arms back up and come back through, bending your knees as you flow all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release. Step your right leg back into that Warrior One position. Okay, I can't quite see my foot. Shift this a little bit. So make sure that you're able to turn your back foot about halfway forward, hands on your hips. And we're going back to third eye position with our thumbs. And bend your front knee and lift your arms up on your inhale. On your exhale, I'm stretching it straighter. Inhale. And exhale. A couple more times. And then open up and hold. Soften first. Energetically, lovingly embrace, hugging skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Keep squeezing your legs towards each other as you turn your right inner thigh in and tack your left outer hip under. From the core, push down through your legs. From the core, stretch all the way up through your spine, through the crown of your head, through your fingers. Flying Warrior One here. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, come over. I'm stretching my legs straighter when I do it. So either way, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the left knee. You can keep the left knee bent the whole time if you want. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. And then hold. Then interlace your hands. Try to interlace them the opposite way you did the first time. Or just hold your wrist, totally fine. Bow. Sometimes I like to use a block. Some days, not so much. Like, whoa. A little tighter than I thought. Must be the cold weather. So just be in tune with your own body and what's right for you. Keep breathing. Slowly releasing that. I'm going to step the right foot up several inches and turn the foot forward. Still having my feet on opposite railroad tracks. Able to step this foot far enough, right foot back enough to still keep the heel on the ground, but not shorten it too short. So find that positioning for your legs. Soften your knees a little bit. Either keep your hands on your blocks or bring your hands down and let your head come down. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Turn your right inner thigh in more. Tack your outer left hip crease back. And bow. In honor of your light and the bigger light we're all connected to. And then from here, we're going to move up to Warrior 3. So you could just keep your hands down the whole time or start to come up into this balance pose and say, oh, I'm so happy there's a wall here to help me balance. And slowly releasing that. One more time, coming back with your hands and your thumbs right in the center here. Trusting your own instincts, your own intuition. Being able to recognize patterns in your life where maybe you just get caught in and you feel like you're going in a circle. How can you break free with clear vision, not illusion? And then releasing that. So from here, grab a strap and maybe a spot at the wall because it's going to be some balancing. Okay. And I'm going to turn where I'm facing you, and I'm in the middle of the mat or the long side of the mat. I'm facing the long side of the mat. Once I straighten my mat that wants to curl up the wall. And I'm going to take my strap, and when I mirror you, it would be your right hand. And I am going to use the wall just for a little bit of balance here, especially as I show you this. And I'm going to bend my knee and grab the strap. The other option is you could grab your foot, okay? Whichever's, because we're going to stretch this leg straight. So once you're here, standing thigh bone back. So before it's like this, like almost jutting my pelvis forward. So keep your standing thigh bone back. Pull that leg up towards you. Make your foot active. Stretch the leg straight. Trying to move it up more below my toes, not just on the arch of the foot. Again, bow. So you take your standing thigh bone back as you lift this leg up, and then start to take it out to the side. Maybe take this arm up. And I fell out of it, bear with me. Okay, maybe. Some days balance is better than the others, especially on carpet. So out to the side. This arm up is going to help. Now bring the leg forward again. Bend the knee. This is helpful with the strap here. Bring the strap up behind you and start to come forward to baby dancer. I'm keeping my knee down. It's not going out to the side. And keep your elbow up and shoulder back. And then slowly release that. Oh, fun. I'll be sideways on this next one so I can use my wall. So we're going to switch sides. Again, make a little loop. Lift up. Pull up. Stretch your legs straight. Now watch so you can see better. So oftentimes you see that back leg buckle and the back thigh bone pop way forward. We're trying to take that back thigh bone back. Makes it a little more challenging in some ways. Back thigh bone back without locking the knee. Stretch this leg as straight as you can. Start to take it off to the side. Maybe lift your other arm up. Bring the leg forward again. Bend. Elbow. And reach. Sometimes people use both hands on their strap. I feel like I'm gonna fall over. And sometimes they're like, heck with that strap, I'm gonna do regular baby dancer here, hold my foot. And releasing that. Oh, balance poses are so fun when you're on a thick mat and a thick carpet, but we do our best. Okay, I'm taking a really quick water break and then we're gonna continue with more fun poses. So from here, let's go ahead and take a wide stance, turn your feet out. Come back to our prayer hands and third eye. Inhale, look up, open your arms up. And then exhale, bring your hands down right to your heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale up. Exhale, hands towards your heart. One more time. We're going into variations of goddess squat here. Then in this goddess squat, hands on your thighs, actually lean forward here and just go a little side to side. And then come back to the center. Look down at your feet. You want your feet to turn out, but only enough that the knees are above your ankles and not turning in or splaying too far out. Mine would not because of tighter hips. And then open your arms in whatever position you like to hold for 4 breaths. Breathe up and down your spine if you can. And then start to slowly come up. Switch over to warrior 2. So back leg should be your left foot, right foot turns out. Just open up into warrior 2. And have your eye gaze over your front hand. Ajna chakra, that ability for insight, trusting that. You look back on your life and recognize those times when you really followed your own intuition. And sometimes you have to be really quiet and still to listen to that still small voice that will guide you. Next inhale, we're gonna do a little more flow here. So wait, grab a block, it can be really helpful. So have a block over by the pinky toe side of this front foot, and I'm stepping this foot back a little bit. We're gonna flow from here over to half moon. So it's gonna look like this. Reach up on your inhale, other hand on your hip, reach for your block, lift the back leg up. Just 2 more times. Step back, reach up on your inhale, come over to half moon. One more time. Step back, reach up. And over to half moon and hold it. Back leg really up. You can take the top arm up. And then slowly step back. When you slowly step up, back, go back here And I'm going to reach this arm back and even look back. So when I look back at those times, I listened to my intuition and followed it. Sometimes it wasn't easy, but it always felt right. Especially when I'm able to break patterns and recognize unhealthy patterns. Now look back up at your front hand. That's why your bent knee. Big inhale here. Come over to side angle pose. You can take your arm down more if you want. I could lift my yoga pants up more if I want. Okay. Side angle pose. I'm lifting my head up more. Throat back. Other variations look like this. One more big breath, and then hug in and come back out of it. Hands on your hips, turn both feet wide and parallel, turn them out again. This time we're going to go a little bit farther. So bring your hands here and inhale, reach up, and then exhale, go all the way to the ground. And just sweep your arms back up. Exhale, come through. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, come through. Back up. One more time. Back up. And then you could be here or go all the way back into goddess squat. And hands like this. And hold goddess squat for several breaths here. And then come back up. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and grab the block so it'll be handy. Turn this back leg and then turn the front leg forward for a warrior two. Just have that block handy up there so it'll be there when we need it. And just come right into warrior two first. In any arm position, sometimes I keep my arms lower. You can go up more. You can go higher if you want, so play. What's good for you? And just look forward towards your front thumb by your bent knee. Here comes that fun little flow into half moon. So reach up on your inhale. Bring your other hand to your hip. Reach forward, make sure you don't hit the wall, and lift the back leg up. We're going for 3 times if you can. You can shorten the stance when you do it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to half moon. Last one. And then come all the way over and hold it. Make that back foot active. You know, it's interesting. I can use the wall and press my head into it without hurting my neck. I can't push too hard. Stabilizes. Maybe take your top arm up. Slowly come out of it. And then from here, we're going to reach back up again. I'm going to look up and then I'm going to take this arm back and look back. If that hurts your neck, don't do it. So it's easy. It's great to journal, to reflect on your own life, to see if there's any patterns. And there's great patterns as well as there were for Tom Brady. And then we're going to look up again at the front hand by the bent knee. Inhale here. Come over to side angle pose. And again, it can start here, or it can come all the way here, or this arm can go down more. And it's like pull those yoga pants up again. Either way, just make sure your head's up. So I don't want to hang down too much. Smooth, deep breath. Inhale, hug in, come back up. Hands at your hips. Turn your feet in and wide and parallel this time. And just go into a wide-legged forward fold. And it could be hands right here. And that's all you go. It could be, oh, I'm going to bring my hands all the way down. And if you have a block, you can take your hands wider, bend your elbows, and let your head come on your block a little bit, just gently. Nothing too intense. Long, deep breaths. Soften your knees. Pull your feet in. You can also grab your big toes here. Push your thighs back and wide. I'm up on my finger pads as I bend my elbows. I can bow more deeply. Press yourself up. Heel toe your feet slowly together. And then come all the way up on your next in-breath. Reach tall. And bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to get ready for a little bridge. A little pigeon sequence. So if you have a bolster or a pillow or your block, any of those things, then have it handy. And we're going to start by coming down on our knees. And from here, we're going to take our right knee all the way up underneath our right wrist. And I'm really going to pull the right foot forward and try to come sideways. Hard to see that my right foot is forward, and I'm pressing the pinky toe side of my foot or just the top of your foot down. If you have any knee issues, you could go more in the middle. If not, try to go off to the side a little bit wider than your hip and walk your back leg way back. Now, either, again, you can use a block right under your hip. You can say, that block's kind of hard. So you can say, I'll use my cushion under that hip. And then once you're here, reach way far forward first. Keep turning your left inner thigh in. Keep pushing the top of your right foot down, drawing your left hip crease forward, right hip crease back. And then start to come down your forearms. Start to bring your hands in prayer. Use your thumbs on your third eye again if you can reach there. If not, don't worry about it. And just bow inward. Long, deep breaths. Now very slowly, I'm going to start to press myself up. Right hand in the middle. Bend the left leg. Reach around and grab the top of your left foot. Pull it in as you push it out. Pull in, push out a little bit. And then slowly releasing that. I'm going to roll over and I'm going to bring my left leg, and this is where I got to scooch my little cushion underneath my hips because I've got tighter hips, or a block under there, or you can not use anything. So you're going to have options here. Your right knee is folded, your right foot's folded in, your left knee is folded, and you can put your left foot right here, right on the inside of your right leg, or you can pick it up and cross it over. And then once you're here, hold your knee, and then I'm going to give you an option too. Take your arms like cactus arms, and take your right arm under your left. You might be able to fold them way better than me. The other option is just to bring your hands together in that prayer like we've been doing and just put your thumbs right by your third eye, Ajna chakra. Long, deep breaths. And then slowly unwind your arms in whatever position they're in. Try to bring your right foot more forward. Left knee crossed, feet on the side, and just bow forward. Now, if this is just too much, stretch your right leg straight and fold your left leg out in front like this. So either way, it's called Gomukhasana pose. When the knees are on top of each other and your feet are on the side, you're just pushing in. Or variation with your right leg straight, left leg on top. 3 more breaths. And then slowly unwinding from that. And when you unwind from this, I'm going to roll over. I'm going to give options here. So one option is just to come over on your right knee. I got to get the cushion out of my way. Bring your left foot off to the side, right hand off to the side, and lift your left arm up. That's option A. Option B says, go to downward dog. Lift your right leg up, bend your right knee. Hard to do with this wall here, buddy. And then bring it behind you and lift up. Called wild thing. You choose. When you're ready, slowly come out of all of that and come back to our starting position. I'm going to adjust the camera for the second side. Okay, so for the second side, we're starting back in our knees. Bringing your left knee underneath your left wrist, left foot by your right knee. Bring it up a little bit more if you can. If not, the foot can be flat. Walk that right leg way back. I'm up on my toes when I do that. Get your little cushion, maybe, underneath if you need it. If you've got tighter hips, you do. If you don't, you might not. Set yourself up well so that your hips are forward and you're bringing your right hip forward, left hip back. By the way, if this is too much, lay on your back and do the number 4 called Sukha Randrasana version. Laying down pigeon is fine. Or walk yourself forward. Hands are in prayer. Thumbs press into Ajna chakra. Keep drawing your right hip forward, left hip back. Keep breathing into this. And then slowly press yourself up. Got my left hand in the middle, bending my right leg, reach around. And if you need to turn and look and grab it, fine. I'm trying to bring my hip forward. Pull back as I push in, pull back, push in. As I pull your heel towards the outside of your right hip, then push your foot back into your hand. My toes are really active. And slowly releasing that. I'm going to swing that right leg around, get my cushion underneath me. And then pick up either the right foot stays here or I pick it up and cross it over the left. And then from here, Arms like this, and take your left arm under if you can intertwine your hands, or do the prayer hands with your thumbs right by Ajna chakra. Either way, and then close your eyes and let yourself really settle. These poses are meant to center you, bring you to that place of stillness within where your intuition will speak. Maybe not now, but maybe later on. Maybe in your dreams. And then slowly unwinding that. So from here, you can bring your bottom foot forward and cross your knees on top of each other. Put your hands on the bottom of your feet and bow. If that's too much, stretch your left leg long and put your right foot on top. I've got my left hand on the bottom of my right foot, right hand on my knee, and reach. So either way, breathe. And from here, start to unwind. And again, if you took option A, the easier option, I put my left knee forward, right foot off to the side, left hand off to the side, and reached up like this. Or you could do the downward dog version, where you lift your left leg up, bend your left knee, flip it behind you, and come up to wild thing. So either choice there. I'm going to go back to my knee version. Just hold it for a few more breaths. And then start to unwind from there. Come to child pose. So knees are wide. Sit back on your heels. Stretch your arms forward, head down. Or fold your forearms, head down. Or arms down by your side. Whatever child pose is right for you. Take about 4 to 6 breaths up and down your spine again. Slowly come out of that. And then make your way back to where we started, Virasana. So I'm going to use my block again. Put it behind me. And sit back in Virasana. So one way to access intuition is meditation. So really brief meditation practice. So first, when you're in Virasana or any other comfortable seated position, you can even sit in a chair if you need to right here, totally fine. And I like to put my thumb and index finger together and put it down on my top of my thighs. Lift my shoulders up and back, head, throat back, chin down slightly. Close your eyes when you find your comfortable seated position and take your eye gaze up to Ajna chakra, right above your eyebrows, in between them. Like there's a little diamond right here. A diamond of light. And then we use the mantra in this meditation just to keep you focused. And the mantra can either be I on your inhale or hum, M on your exhale or sa. So I am or hum sa, which means basically the same thing. I am light, I am love, I am peace, I am joy. So just repeating that silently with your breath as you gaze up at Ajna chakra. And very gradually, you can either choose to stay a little bit longer or to start to make your way to laying on your back for Shavasana, your choice. I will put music on for Shavasana. gently now, begin to bring your awareness back into your body and back into your breath. Just noticing how your breath slowed down a bit naturally. And then into that awareness, starting to deepen your in-breath and your out-breath. Breathe as if you're breathing up and down your chakras one more time as you lie on your back here. And as you continue to breathe more fully, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms in whatever manner helps you to come fully back in your body. And then draw your knees to your chest and roll over to your side, taking your time to transition out of the practice. When you're ready, come back to any seated position you prefer. I'm just going right back to Virasana, so whatever's good for you. And then just bring your palms together right at your third eye one last time. Just bowing in, and then just bring it down into your heart. It's like these two are bridges, so that your heart whispers and your intuition guides. And in gratitude for this practice and to close, we chant Om. So inhale deeply. Om. Namaste, namaste. Thank you for coming this evening. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go say hi.